Hi guys, it's Lois, and here's a video about books that I recommend that everybody would love to read. Now, if you're into stories about girls with addictions and stuff and that kind of stuff, I have the perfect series for you. Have you ever heard of the book Crank or Burned? They It's an amazing series. Here, I have one of the books. Let me get it. Now, right now, I am reading Identical by Ellen Hopkins, and I am on page 377. It's a pretty big book, but it's actually pretty easy to read. It's just like this. It's written like poetry, but it's not really poetry. So, yeah, that's kind of a bonus. And here, let me get my backpack. Now I have a few other books that a lot of you would like to read. If you're into funny stuff, I would recommend reading the Dear Done Diary series. This one is Am I the Princess or the Frog? And this is by Jim Benton. And these are really funny and they're really easy to read too, like this. They have pictures and everything, so that'll give you a little more time of reading because you have to read all the little words with the pictures. And I got this book from my class. It's by Barbara Park, and it's called Mick Hart Was Here. And it's about this girl Phoebe and her brother and her had a fight. And that same day, while the sister was at soccer practice, her brother was riding his bike and didn't wear a helmet. And he crashed into the back of a truck and he died. And I'm actually not really that far, but it's only about 88 pages, and I'm on page 25, maybe 20 to 30. Because I just started this yesterday, and it's pretty good. It's kind of sad though. And yeah, I think that's all the books I have with me right at this moment. But other books that I would recommend reading, I have some in my notebook. Glee. And there is Tricks. I did Identical. And some books are Love Ya Bunches. I don't know the author, but it's supposedly a really good book. Later on, I'll add the links to some of these books maybe, or I'll do another video of some pictures of the book and the author and stuff, and I'll do some research today. And there's also The Skin I'm In. That book is just amazing. My teacher had read that book to us in class maybe a couple months ago, and it was such a good book that it was really amazing. And I almost got the book, but we ran out of books because everybody wanted to read it too. And there's also How to Salsa in a Sari. My friend did a book report kind of like this, only it's about a different book. And then there's Staying Fat for Sarah Bynes. My friend told me that that was one of the best books that she had ever read. Now I was like, well, okay, maybe I'll even read that. And I still haven't read it yet, but maybe I will soon. and some more books. I have a lot of books in here. There's, I actually have the author of these. There's the TTYL series, and I actually have that book in my room right now. And it's by Lauren Miracle. You guys might have heard of her before because she's written a lot of children's books. And then there's also True Believer by Virginia Woolf. That book, I read that last year in 6th grade, and it was really good. It took me about a few days, maybe a week, to read it because I didn't have that much time to read, so I could only read during gym when we used to have encore. Also known as silent, something about silent reading. And there's also A Child Called It by Dave Pelzer. Now that is a book that is like really popular around in my school, and like everybody's wanting to read it. They don't even have it in the library because all of the copies have been checked out. And I don't think I have the book in my classroom because I don't think we ever did, though. And if you are into reading like articles like about drugs, ghosts or vampires, technology, sports, that kind of stuff, go to ProQuest.com. That is like a really good site. And there's also a topic for missing children or teens. And I actually did drugs. I had to pick that. And when I did this story called Taking Aim at Raves, I don't think you can see that, but we are starting to have to do bibliographies. I bet you all know what those are, except for like the little elementary school kids, but you might know. But that's where you put the author, the name of the article, the article name, then the place from where you got it, which I got my information from ProQuest, and most of the things are from like the email. The URL address is http the 2 dots. I never learned what that was called. I only know the semicolon. So, and then it's easy proxy, like a proxy brush, PROXY .spl.org, and that's only part of it. But by doing that, you get a lot of results. And yeah, there's other stories for drugs like should schools do random drug testing, how getting high almost killed me. And then I think that's all I have right now, but there were a lot of other ones, like ones about all of the most commonly used drugs and steroids. And there were a lot about smoking too, but me and my friend did not read those because we've heard so much about them that we know a lot. Like way too much. And in the how getting high almost killed me article, I don't remember who that's by. Oh yeah, I do. Yes, I have an entire page of notes filled, and it's by Allegra Miele, Miele, and it's from the same website. Sorry, I'm sick, so excuse me. And yeah, she had to be drug tested 3 times every week because she did so many drugs, like robo tripping. I bet most of you have heard of that, but it might have been like a different name, where you drink Robitussin cough syrup to get high. And she drank nearly 2 bottles of that. And she pretty much went into shock. She couldn't walk, she couldn't talk. She threw up twice. It might have killed her, but her parents made her go to the ER, and then she had to sober up. So yeah, this is only one of my book videos. Pretty soon I'll probably be doing another. So yeah, okay. Thanks for your time. Please subscribe, add me as a friend. Bye.